Yo, it's P here, and today I got a juicy one for you. Drake's new track, Nokia, might be a banger, but some serious behind-the-scenes drama that y'all need to know about the producer, Elkin. He might be out here getting credit for beats, but did you know he might have been the one that wrote the hottest lyrics to this track?
Nokia, there is a writing credit that had gotten overlooked for a long time up until today. A writing credit that was a lot bigger than simply someone lending one line or a melody to the song. Nah, this was someone who concocted the entire backbone of the song. It's an artist by the name of Elkin. And don't get me wrong, again, I said we would defend Drake when we can here. This guy has expressed his appreciation for the collaboration with Drake, as any underground artist would, right? And when you look on the credits of the song, this artist is credited as a writer. But there's a couple suspicious things here. So firstly, did this guy make the beat? Did he do the hook? Did he create any of the parts that Drake ended up recording of the song? I ask these questions because this guy is not actually a visible feature when you look at the song on any streaming platform. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever the case is, it doesn't say Nokia featuring Elkin. It says Drake Nokia. And until today, it went pretty much under the rug that there was even another collaborator on this song. Yes, if you pay attention, you could obviously hear other vocals aside from Drake's on the record, most specifically on the hook. The guy who sings, is it Stacy? Is it Akadiddy? Or the guy who sings Baby Girl? That's obviously, both those parts are not Drake, right? And funny enough, both those parts are the two catchiest, most memorable parts of the song. Those are the parts of the song that are going viral on TikTok. It's not Drake's verses, it's another dude. Now, why is this strange or even relevant if the guy is credited on the album and he did express his gratitude on social media for being part of the collaboration? Well, for a couple of reasons, and mainly because it ties into the long history that Drake has of taking another artist's work, reworking it, and basically claiming it as his own.
Like, imagine you're a cook in the kitchen, right? But the dish gets served, they only credit the person who paid for the ingredients. You throw a cookout, invite everyone, and you do the work, but then the homies take credit because the barbecue sauce recipe was great and everybody loved it. Me personally, I wouldn't give a crap, but that's how most people feel, because I know when they want another banging ass cookout, they know where to come. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people let the work talk for itself. They don't care about what other people say.
Whatever part Drake has of the song, because he's the much bigger artist, right? But there's this long line of history of Drake collaborating with these smaller artists and simply not giving them the proper recognition for the song. I mean, the most notable example is the fact that you don't see this guy's name on the title of the song, right? It doesn't say featuring Elkin. It says Nokia Drake. That's a problem in and of itself, because how are people going to go and try to find this guy, right? If this song ends up becoming the #1 hit in the country, which, funny enough, right now, the only song blocking it is Kendrick and SZA's song Luther. And next week, it's predicted to go to #2 on the chart. So this Drake song could be the first song to replace Kendrick and SZA.
Why can't you feature someone on there? Why is it so hard for Drake to say, yeah, this person helped me make the song, or they're featured on the song? You could literally hear their vocals, you know, like we know that's not you. So why not share the love? Share the love, because I did check it up. Writer credits is a whole different game from producer credits. You know, it's a huge difference. You know, a producer probably get about $3,500 for a song if they're established a little bit. You know, I think he got maybe 2 or 3 other tracks. He could be making a little more, but it ain't that massive amount of money that a lot of people would think. But if you get writer credits on the song, that's where you make the money, on the front end, the back end, the middle, and you're a part of the rape. Excuse that term, but that's how it is musically, if you kind of understand the way the industry's built. But we're going to get back to it. This video, by the way, is from Rapaholics. I'm just doing a clip out of one of his videos because it was very interesting to the part and the piece that I want to bring. So let's continue. Go big up to Rapaholics over there.
This Drake song could be the first song to replace Kendrick and SZA's song Luther at the #1 spot on the Billboard charts, since it hit the top of the Billboard charts over 7 weeks ago. But yeah, this massive hit, Drake's, comeback record.
To be honest with you, I don't think Luther is going anywhere. I don't see Luther moving from where it is. If y'all say different, let me know down in the comments. But I don't think Luther's going anywhere.
Since the beef, the most memorable part of it is featuring this artist that is simply kept in the shadows. Now, last Friday, I got a message from this Instagram account titled mybad_Mr. Whole Foods. It was a video of Elkin, the producer and partial writer of the Nokia song, producing the song and actually singing the part that Drake ends up singing. This was a video that the Elkin artist posted to show, you know, how proud he was of getting this Drake collaboration. So this guy sends it to me on Instagram, but when I go back and look today, all I see is my own message from Friday saying, thank you for this. So where'd the video go? Well. A couple days after he sent it to me, the video ended up gaining traction. I believe it was posted directly from Elkin's YouTube account. But again, when I went back to look for the message, it wasn't there in the chat. So he resent it to me and he said they officially deleted this video from YouTube. It doesn't exist anymore. I'm glad it got attention today. So what we can see is likely happening here.
Well, you know your boy went and got it for you. So I'm going to go do some digging. I'll be right back. Hold up.
Let's get it.
Hey.
Yeah, let's get it.
Who it is, ho?
I'm only pausing it so y'all can look at the date. Check out that date. October 5th, 2024. Right? No one owned this. He owned this song at this point. And listen to the vocals in the song. Then you can tell they were already there.
Who it is? Who it is, ho?
It's the
Who
boy.
it is? Who calling that shit? You calling my shit? Who calling my shit? Who's calling?
Man, that's crazy, right? And in the narrative is, you know, this boy Penn is sick. You know, he do all this. And now all we hear is reference tracks every other week. And yeah, academics over there trying to debunk Chapo, like people don't have reference tracks that the artists have never met. Your producer deal with that. They want to bring you a song, they bring you a song, and you do what you got to do. Oh, he's never met him. Why do they have to meet? Why do they have to meet? I got a video coming out on Chapo on his last album he just dropped. The way it sounds, just like something Drake would do, and I'm gonna look out for that. Look out for that video.
That shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who?
Like it's just like a lot of the reference tracks we've heard from Drake, where you're like, okay, if somebody brought you an idea with the beat, with the tempo, you know, you put your own words in or whatever. But no, 90-something% of the whatever was there stays there. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't make it better. He puts his little spin on it. And he's good at what he does. He's the ultimate colonizer. That's what he is, and that's what he does. He's good at it. He's a great cook. If you give him the ingredients, he could cook up some shit. He got that. That's the boy shit. But I mean, how could you argue with this stuff? You know, we got people out here arguing and saying that you know, they all try to spin the narrative. They try to spin the narrative. And I'm gonna keep saying, until Drake pull out of this lawsuit here with UMG, these things are gonna keep coming out every day. Every move he make, a reference track's gonna drop. Everything he does, a reference track's gonna drop. Now, it's funny when I look at this song, there's been a lot of movement on it. Apparently, radio's starting to push it now. But this song is it's big, it's catchy. You know, I like the song. You know, it's a catchy song. But if this man actually, well, we know he wrote the song, I think he need to get writer credits along with feature, because he is featured on the song. He's still singing the most catchy part of the song. And why can't you share? Why is it so hard for you to share with others, Arbery? Like this is something that you've been in the game how long? Like, we know you were winning, so why is it so hard for you to share that? I mean, Hardy's used to it. We all know that. He's used to getting his throat slit by you. He's used to not being able to take credit for anything because he just worked for the boss. And apparently you are one of the greatest colonizers because you're the only one getting credit for anything that's done. Like what's so hard to share a feature once in a while with an artist that's not well known? Somebody that hasn't gained any traction already. How about you do that? And if you check down on YouTube, like Rapperholic said, they're scrubbing it because they want to remove that narrative. Because in the beef, Kendrick really brought him out and dragged him out and showed people he doesn't write his own rhymes. You know? And the fact that he doesn't, K-Dot had access to these people. He had access to these people to find out, and they already knew who he was. Elkin should get his credit. I'm hoping that he gets his writer credits, and Drake needs to stop being a little bitch and put that boy on the writer credit where he deserves, along with a feature. You know, you think Elkin's probably sitting back there with Party Next Door? Party Next Door, just like this mumbling shit, man. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna try to say something to his daddy later. Somebody's got to be happy, right? So let's check out Mom and Kid. Apparently he bought his mom a new car. That's what this caption said. I'm gonna click in and out, but there's music, and I know I'm gonna get hit with that copyright. You know what I'm saying? And that's them having a good time partying. Because I show Mama know what her son doing. He cooked it up. But they don't care about that as long as they get paid. Right? Hey, let's be honest, man. It's a catchy song. You know, I've been doing a lot of research on this song lately, and the more I research it, the more catchy it gets. You know, it's one of them. What do you call it? It's one of them, like the Simpsons talked about it when they put the shit in the music to get you all hooked, you know, and you just, next thing you know, you're on the other side of the world doing something and don't even know how you got there. You know, don't even know how you got there. You know, then you got little stupid tweets like this from Akadiddy. Look at Akadiddy. It says, Elkin, manager, producer Nokia, has responded to the fake narrative that Elkin was the ghostwriter for Nokia. I'm sure y'all just saw what I showed y'all, but this is the narratives academic comes out here and tries to spin something that we already know. You know, these, I shouldn't say these, but some of these fans over there at OVO aren't the smartest in the world. And not you guys. You guys are the best over here. You know, they seem to be happy with what they got. You know, they are trying to scrub. They're trying to scrub a lot of this off the internet. So if y'all ever looking for something, always go back to reactors. The first people that reacted to it, it would always be in their video because they're going to scrub a lot of things off the internet after a while. And that's how you're going to be able to find it. So if you're looking for something you can't find on the internet no more, remember the time period, go search one of my videos. And I'm probably talking about it back then. I probably was talking about it. What else is going on? There's a lot of fans out there that's really rock. It's a hot song. And with every song Drake drops heading out of here, it's going to be hit with conspiracy of some sort. It doesn't matter what it is, because UMG ain't going to take their foot off his neck. Because until that boy stop, what did you tell your dad at the concert? Boy, if you don't stop. That's what UMG doing right now, because they exposing your ass. Flames lit because the fire, the lighter, man, they got butane in that mom, like the extra strength butane, and it's about to explode. You know, you Nokia, your latest, and a reference. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say you ain't write the lyrics to the rapping part, but the most catchiest part of this song wasn't yours. And I think that's the part that needs to be addressed, because everybody's with the intention, they think you wrote it with your pen. You know, everything the other guy does, and I'm not going to name the other guy because this is a video about Drake, and we all know who that other guy is. Everything that comes out of his mouth is written by him. And yes, I'm talking about the Pulitzer Prize winner. I'm not going to say his name. In your gratitude and the Hovios out here, because at least one of y'all always give me a dislike on the video just because I'm telling the truth. Now, this is always alleged. It's for entertainment purposes here, but we got to call it the way we see it, and that's the way I see it. So let me know how you feel down in the comments. I appreciate y'all coming through, checking me out. If y'all still here, like, subscribe, and share the video. I appreciate y'all. Peepodcove. I'll see y'all in the next one.